I'm with Mark now. We're sat in the stand at Adams Park. Already spoken to Max today. He's an American fan. He's come over from America to see the game. And about his trip and stuff. So what I wanted to do with you is ask you about you and your relationship with the club and the supporters club and all that sort of stuff. So firstly, why Wimbledon?
Wimbledon is really inherent. I spent a lot of time with my grandpa or grandfather when I was younger, and on a Saturday he'd usually take me to the cinema, and in the afternoon he used to go and watch football. And I was like, well, where were you going? He's going to watch football. And I think, well, I want to go too, and that was it.
Yeah, but so similar sort of things to me, really.
Yes, mate. Yeah, very old school Wimbledon. Yeah.
So you live in Bognor now?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so it's quite a long way.
Yeah.
In general, at least a couple of hours.
Yeah,
in
I would
general,
say so. Yeah.
For most games. Yeah. So, do you go to all the matches? Or?
Not as many as I would like, because I've got 2 children. I had to give up my season ticket, but we probably actually do more away than we actually do home games.
Of course, sometimes.
Yes, it is a bit, yes.
So talking to down south, you just started a supporters club for the fans.
Yes, that's
south
right.
of England, sort of south of London.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as I said, travelling up on games on my own or with my son, I'm thinking there's got to be more Wombles around the south coast. And with the beauty of social media, I just put a few feelers out. I mean, when I originally started the supporters group, there was 2 of us in it, and then we've just gone from there, gone strength to strength. We're about 20 to 25 strong there. We have got strong social media presence. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're just reaching out to all Wombles on the south coast. Come and join us. We have a bit of a banter, we have a laugh. We're having the big away day at Pompey on New Year's Day. I think probably it's going to be a full house.
I presume that one will be the biggest one of the season for you guys. Yeah, obviously very close. Obviously Bognor to Portsmouth's no distance really.
Yes.
So how long have you supported Wimbledon?
Oh, I would probably say 1986.
1986.
My first game, I think it was Nottingham Forest, but I can't remember the score.
Okay, so what I'll do is take you right back. So yeah, I'm gonna take you right back and ask you. Obviously, through the 70s and the 80s, that was a real sort of
crazy gang era.
Crazy gang era, and then going up. 1977, I think they went up to the league, and then. Yeah. And then 85 into the top division, so what would have been Division 1 at the time.
Yeah.
So how was that for you? Did you get to go to the games for sort of that 85 season?
No, it was really
quite young.
Yeah, it was 86, I think it was my first game. Even that was at Plough Lane, down the slope. I mean, it was 86. But again, I said, trying to catch up now with my grandfather. He was the one that was supporting me. And obviously, I would say, I'm modern. I was very briefly at Plough Lane, then obviously I was Sellers Park, then I was Kings Meadow, and then hopefully it will be Plough Lane again.
Yeah, exactly. So that sort of crazy gang mentality still around, do you think?
No, well, it depends on what Wally wants to do.
Now might be the change, might be the turning point, mightn't it?
He's certainly not as nice as Neil was. I mean, I had no ill feeling towards Neil, but it was time for a change. And one thing I do like about Wally is that, especially about the bit of an outpour about his social media.
yeah.
He's not afraid to speak.
No, he says what he wants to say, doesn't he?
And I hope he's doing the same with the players and teaching the team that being nice all the time probably doesn't really get us anywhere. I think it's time that we start to be a bit more nasty on the ball, started playing to advantage, and if that's what he's going to do, great. We need to stay in League One. He has got an impossible task, but if he can do it, he will be the Messiah.
Well, I think 3 points today gets you back on the road, really, doesn't it?
Yes.
You've got what are we 6 behind?
Yeah.
3 today. Scores go Wimbledon's way. 3 points.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you got 20 odd games to get 3 points. So there's nothing.
Exactly. And then a confidence factor. Going getting 3 points today is a confidence boost.
Yeah, sure.
We now sitting here at half time, we need to get something from this game. Got to be something. Even if worst case scenario, a point. Best case scenario, 3.
And so I said about 1985, 1986 you first starting to come to Wimbledon. Tell me about 1988.
Well, I must admit, around my house, I remember Mum saying, look, I'm going to video it today. I mean, I was like...
the video recorder came out?
I think I've actually still got the VHS still at home.
Oh, amazing.
She was going to record it, and I remember walking up Old Wembley Way and seeing Liverpool having double winners all over it and giving it all the big one, and I was only 10, and I wasn't really sure. I was thinking, like, looking at my grandpa, like, you know, is this going to happen? Or, you know, where is it? I don't think I really understood at the time of that age the magnitude of the game and the daunt that we were facing. But, you know, I can still remember bits of it very clear.
Line, the crazy gang of beating the Culture Club.
I think probably the most thing I remember was Vinnie Jones's tackle to start with.
Straight away,
straight, and it was really to turn around
after
to look
about 5 seconds.
Look at the rest of the Liverpool players and say, that is what we're going to do.
We're having it.
Yes, mate.
Right, so we've sort of talked through what I would say probably the golden era.
Yeah.
And then if we were to move on sort of to the less golden era.
Okay.
And so 1992.
Yeah.
The club move away from Plough Lane. And then they move into Sellers Park. And do you think maybe it's sort of the beginning of the end, maybe, or not so much the end, but the beginning of lots of uncertainty?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's all things about rumours and speculation that, you know, some people know a lot more and a lot closer to the club than I am. That Sam Hammond had no idea. Oh, sorry, no, he was never in his mind that he was going to go back to Plough Lane. It was always going to be just another asset. I mean, for me, they were my teenage to youth years, so I remember the Sellers Park days. I remember beating Blackburn 4-1. I remember we had some good times, but I would suppose that was the origin. I said, as things got, so I got older, the club got older, the Premier League started to get more and more money, and just, you know, then it just all started to go down, I suppose, over that, well, maybe 8-year period. That's when it was starting to go.
2001,
that's the one.
Relegated at the Dell.
Neil Ardley crying on the pitch.
And then even lower, just to go a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's all right.
Charles Cockle moves the team to Milton Keynes.
Yep.
And did you go at first? Did you go?
No way in hell.
Did you ever go to a game there?
No, I honestly thought I'm not going to have a football team to support anymore. I didn't know. I mean, it's
understand.
like, you know, a lot of other clubs say that, you know, they're one club for life, and all of a sudden I was thinking,
maybe I might have to be another. I might have to be 2 clubs for life.
I mean, you've got to remember, this was also in the days of pre-internet, pre-social media.
It's not like it would be today, where you could have instant knowledge at the tap of your hand in 2 minutes. I take it back then, because obviously I'm not quite as old as you. It might have been difficult to literally not know what was going on ever.
This was pre-broadband days, so the internet days.
So you had to dial up.
It was. Remember, I had to, you know, I had to hear word of mouth of what was going on, and probably it was like fifth hand. And I remember even in the very early, just after Wimbledon, I had to remember it was non-league football, 9 tiers, so it wasn't even on CFAX. I had to wait for the following Sunday or the Sunday afterwards to buy the non-league paper to find out what happened. Remember, this is how.
One question that I've got for lots of people, and I think that maybe a lot of people will have this sort of question or be interested in this. Do you know if there's any Wimbledon fans or of Wimbledon FC that have gone to MK Dons and are still there?
I think there are some. I mean, again, with social media, you see a lot of people that said, you know, I follow the club wherever, and they've gone up there. And I think there are people that have done that. But I've got to say, I think at least 90 to 90%.
It's got to be so minimal, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they have. I mean, there might be fans of Wimbledon FC that lived that way, and they just thought that was the natural progression. But no, I never went there. I was, as I said before, I thought, I don't have a club anymore to support. I don't know what to do. Do I need to go and support, for example? I mean, my younger brother supports Sutton United, and I just thought, is that that's where I'm going to go next? But you know, thanks to some miraculous people, that didn't happen, and here we are sitting in League One at the moment.
Well, that sort of leads me to the next question that I was going to ask you. So it might be a bit of a mixed feeling for a lot of people, the MK Don situation and that sort of thing. Do you see them as a rival, or do you think don't care, don't want them to exist, don't want to acknowledge them, not our rivals? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I wouldn't say they're rivals. They're, you know, nothing to do with us anymore. I don't really care for them. There's always going to be that animosity between our sets of fans and their customers. But for us, no, I don't have any rivalry. For me, they're just another club. As I said, I had a bit of a social media discussion with someone, and he said, do you think everyone will respect our club? And I said, not for the way that you came about. I think that is going to stick with you.
If you go to Liverpool or Exeter or Newcastle, it doesn't matter, everyone hates them, basically.
Yes, I wouldn't say unfortunately so, but yeah.
I do sort of feel for people that are from Milton Keynes and
well, did you know just a little fact that before MK existed, they had a team called MK City.
No,
and
I didn't know
they
that.
did. They team called MK City, and I think that their last home game drew 13 fans. So they did have a team.
Oh,
It just
okay.
all of a sudden that, as I said,
opinion changed maybe.
yeah, very much so. And I think they, I can understand a lot of younger generation of fans thinking that,
that's the only club they've ever known, and fair play to them.
They don't know any different, and obviously they've been brought up, but we'll see what the future holds. But all I really want is, for me, my grandfather took me to Plough Lane. I want to take my own son to Plough Lane,
yeah,
and then journey complete.
Yeah, exactly. Complete circle.
Yes.
Done. So when the club came back to fruition, all the way back round again, and they played that game against Chipstead for the first game. How did you feel? Did you think?
I was excited. I actually still like the non-league days. I was going through my programs the other day, and I had games against like Hastings, Rushden and Diamonds.
Oh yeah.
And I love the non-league days. I remember going to Pagham. Obviously, it was a local.
Really close. Local to you,
Pagham game for an FA Cup win when we won 1-0. I remember sitting on bales of hay, sitting on all sorts of other stuff and doing it to pieces. So yes.
So did you feel like when that came around, was it back to normal, like putting a comfy pair of shoes on straight back in there? Or?
I wouldn't say. First it was obviously because I'd gone from like Selhurst Park, seeing things like Manchester United and Blackburn, to all of a sudden,
watching Pagham and Rushden and that.
But then again, I can't, me, because I love the long league years, because we were like the big fans. All of a sudden we could be the big club.
You were the big club. Yeah.
Rather than being outnumbered by Manchester United or anybody else, we were the big club in non-league, and I really liked it, to be honest with you. And while I don't want us to go down, if I could hop back, I would certainly go back to the non-league days. It was fun. It was just fun.
It's sometimes nice to be the big fish in a little pond, isn't it?
Very much so.
But it doesn't look like those days are coming back anytime soon, which is great.
Yeah.
Just really quickly, just before the team's back on the pitch now, any expectations for this season, just to stay up?
Yeah, to be honest with you, realistically, I think Wally's got to work a miracle. I can't see it, but that doesn't mean I won't keep believing.
Yeah.
He's got to keep working. Stay in League One. Let's have a good January window. Let's get rid of some players that aren't doing the business. Let's see what we can do.
Brilliant. Cheers, Mark. Thanks a lot. Absolute pleasure to speak with you. And the name of the supporters club, just once again.
It's SWSG19. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all forms of social media. There's myself, which is Mark, and the co-founder, which is Baz. We're always around. We'll be around somewhere. Come say hi. Come join us.
So look out for the flag, and then say hello. Right. Well, that's it. We're already playing. We're 35 seconds into the second half. Let's go then, Wimbledon.